Hi, I'm Haley.
I'm Kita.
And this is Bodhisattva.
In the summer, I sought out to find a new lover.
I started June 2014. I've been 3 years now. And Haley joined me last August, right?
August 1st.
So it's been a year. I've always just seen it, RVs and vans, be like, I knew freedom. Back in 2012, I started dating a woman. We never talked about it, and I just shared my desire to be in a van. And she was like, oh, well, come over here and look at my computer, and showed me a picture of her van. And then she let me take it and live in it for a while. And it was totally the lifestyle for me. Every van I saw, I went inside and asked them if I could peek in and look in. And I have another parts van, which is the exact same van. Got it for $700.
And that's a good segue into how I got into the van, is that I'd been jumping around from collective house to collective house in Vancouver, living an artist lifestyle, having like 4 jobs as well as my dance career, teaching and performing contracts, and then paying $600, $700 for a tiny room in a house with 5 to 8 other people. And there's got to be another way that's a little more sustainable for an artist. I originally moved into the parts van. We just got along and were really compatible, and I ended up being in Bodhisattva. It just worked out.
This is Bodhisattva, 1980 Dodge van, 200, $1,200. I got it off a guy who had it in storage for like 6-7 years, old retiree, sitting under a carport. He wanted to get rid of it, and he just saw how excited I was. That's another thing, when you go buy it, and they're old people, they really like passing on their gems because they were once young, just like you. And everyone likes that inspiration, you know? And that is a big discount sometimes, because he wanted $2,500, but all I had was $12, so he took it. Just picked this little gem up, King Canada 950 watt generator. I've got this to charge my 2 deep cycle battery. We can make smoothies off our NutriBullet, make our own almond milk, hemp milk, walnut milk. We lock it up, we start it, we leave, we go do yoga, to go do our errands, whatever, and then we just let it run. And obviously we park it somewhere where it's out of the way, right? Otherwise, you know, like if there were people here in this campsite sleeping, why would I have it going on? That's just, I'm gonna get psychically attacked. Because I would do the same thing, but what the fuck's the generator going for, man? It's been like 2 hours, right? So go where you're not gonna be disturbing anybody, and then do it. Here, it came with a sink. It's like a small counter, but the counter was actually double. And in the inside was a sink, a single sink. So you could fill up water from a hose, gas station, whatever. The water tank was all underneath. And then you would run your water. And I never had a holding tank. Some of the vans have a holding tank. So right here, the water would come out. And this is where, when I first got my van, I'd be brushing my teeth inside, I'd spit my water and then rinse the sink. And then of course the water's coming outside, and that's when at Trout Lake Community Center, when another vanner on a Sunday morning was like, dude, you're just asking for trouble. So stop that immediately. And I did. Fridge, 3-way, propane off the front battery, 12 volt, and electric. So if I'm plugged in, then I can save propane. It's plugged in, it's the strongest, I find. We've got our cream for coffee in the freezer with a big block of ice, some berries for smoothies. This is our lemon, Forever Living Health lemon juice. So in here is organic lemon with the rind, with the seeds, turmeric, black pepper, ginger, sometimes Himalayan, cayenne pepper, all in the NutriBullet. We add maple syrup. This keeps us going. Another vanner gave me the idea to turn the seat around, and this is the vinyl seats out of the parts van, and you can see the cloth seat was the original one. Highly recommended in the wintertime, or if you need it. We just went to Value Village and got brand new shower curtains, so polyester acts as a good insulator. So this is the inside of the looks like the sheen, and then we've got the inside, which is like a brown suede. I doubled it, and this is a wool shawl for meditation, and that's a really good insulator too. So that's our curtain on both sides, and then the center one just provides a little bit more flexibility. We just doubled it because we ran out of wool. Come on in. Here's our stove, oven. We put our pot in here for coffee. You gotta have treats, right? Forever Living Health, we're all about convenience. So we had a craving for cookies the other day, and we're like, let's bake some cookies. So oatmeal chocolate chip cookies we're gonna bake later. Maybe we'll bake cookies. You want some cookies later? Cool. Then over here, we've got just our dishes and our piss bucket. Screens on the windows are great for the country. I've got to replace my 2 top screens. And the bed, if you look at the bottom and look underneath, if I was to put this into a couch, I still have the full height. So I can put wood, lumber, that kind of thing. And if I have any long things like skis, I can put them underneath. And it's like a nice storage. Yoga manuals, deep cycle batteries, laundry underneath me, dirty laundry, filing cabinet with all our papers, important stuff, work stuff, all the stuff you're gonna learn online. And then in that back corner is our juicer and our printer. And then clothes, we put a little curtain up here. This just comes off easy. Right, so we can throw all our bedding up here. I've got this side, I've got 3 bags, and then Haley's got like 3 or 4 bags. We pretty much eat out of the Pyrex storage containers that are like this, right? So that would be Haley's bowl and that's my bowl. And if we have leftovers, we put the lid on, throw it in the fridge. And if we eat it, great. And then of course, I designed this little thing. That's our spray bottle with the thieves oil we told you about. This is handmade on Salt Spring Island. And it is a blend: clove oil, lemon oil, cinnamon oil, eucalyptus oil, and rosemary oil. All organic. We put 20 drops in a spray bottle, and 1 liter, and that's our air freshener. That's our counter cleaner. That's spraying all the corners, mold, all the drapes. Right, these are 2 double mattresses, extra firm, from IKEA. I think they're $149 each, so it's $300 with tax. I'm just planning on getting a new mattress every year. On it, I sit on it, I do everything on it, other people are on it, and then eventually if I'm sitting on this same spot, like this is my spot, and this is Haley's spot. So when we watch laptop movie right here, we lean back, we stack up our pillows, eventually the cushion's gonna lose its oomph and then we just get another one. And when we got these ones, the sleep we had was just like amazing after, you know? I don't have a horn, so I've got an air horn. I've never had to use it. I use the front up here just for like a mud room. So rain boots, I got an air compressor for our tires. Always check your tire pressure. You got a lot of weight on here. You always want to check your tire pressure. My tire pressures, I got 3 tires that always go like 10, 20 pounds pressure down after like 2-3 weeks. So if I don't do it, it's just stupid, right? So I've got this one, $30 Canadian Tire in Canada. I have no idea where, but it's got the pressure gauge right on it. So I literally screw it on, boom, leave it, clean, switch the tire. If you're living in the woods, there's rodents, right? So we've got an inverter hooked up, and this is a rodent frequency thing. So we keep this on when we're away because it's emanating frequency. It's supposed to be safe for humans. Do I trust what every corporation says to me? Like a good citizen, I do. Like Bodhisattva is clean, antique, and I feel like I can go up in some car shows with this, right? Whereas some vans I look at, I'm just like, what are they thinking?
It's got to be contained.
So if you're going to be a vanner and you're going to be on the road, like keep your shit tight and clean because it reflects all of us.
When I've been in a house with other people, there's so many different paces around me, as well as being in a city, I'm being affected by my environment. This shift, the major thing was allowed me to learn how to rest. My best advice is just patience with the process.
For me, it's 4 questions. What do I like? What do I require? What do I desire? And what do I deserve? I've found in my own practice, in my own life, is what I deserve is what happens in my life. And that's very tough for a lot of people to swallow because there's a lot of crap that happens in people's lives. This is a simple lifestyle choice. And to get there, there's so much that we say no to.
To let go of.
To let go of.
This is the payment right here.
This is it. This is it.
Deepening the relationship with nature. This majorly facilitates that.